everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Great to see everybody here. I am Kristen Raven. I'm the president for the Northwest Screenwriters Guild. Just a quick note that this table read will be recorded and then it will be available later on our YouTube channel. Right now, you guys are all muted. You're welcome to either have your video on or off. That's your choice. If you want to stick around after the read, you'll be able to unmute your mic so you can chat with the cast and the writer. And now I have the pleasure of introducing our fabulous table read coordinator, Sky Gilbert. Sky has worked in theater and film since 2002 and focused on screenwriting since 2018. She produced and directed an award-winning documentary called Beyond America. She was a finalist in the 2020 Seattle Film Summit's Pitch Fest, a semi-finalist in the 2021 Portland Screenplay Awards, and recently her short script was a finalist for the Seattle Film Summit. Congrats, Sky. And I will just go ahead and let you take things from here.
Thanks, Kristen, and welcome everyone. What we're going to do in a moment, I'm going to introduce to you the author that we're featuring tonight, and then he's going to introduce the screenplay, Finding Jordan, that we're all going to be listening to. We'll do a rapid round of introductions with the actors, so they'll share their name and role very briefly. Then we're going to get right into kicking off the table read. About midway through, there will be a 5 to 10 minute intermission. So stay tuned for that and know it's coming. If you're at the edge of your seat wanting to know what happens, but really needing a break, there will be one. And then at the end of the table read, we're actually going to go and the actors will introduce themselves and talk a little bit about what their projects are and where you can learn more about them. And at the end, as Kristen said, we tend to get really informal. So as we close out, people come off, people who want to stay on and connect, and generally have a pretty fun chat. So really encourage you to enjoy the event. And with no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Randy Webb. Randy is a graduate of the film school. He served on the board of the Northwest Screenwriters Guild that is hosting this event. And is a compendium member of the Guild as well. He studied acting at Freehold Theater and has covered the Austin Film Festival for boxoffice.com. I got to know Randy personally through the Wednesday Night Scene Analysis, which is a group of writers who share their work for critique and feedback and have loved getting his extremely thoughtful feedback and thoughts around character in particular, and so it's a real joy to be able to listen to and be a part of a table read with his work. Randy, I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce this piece, Finding Jordan.
Okay, Finding Jordan got its start reading an article about twins, and it was talking about identical twins and studying them, and when one identical twin is gay, 50% of the time the other one is. And I started asking myself, well, what would it be like for the twin who was straight? And what would the family dynamics be like? And what could that story turn out to be? And that's what got started with this. I want to thank, in particular, Jeff Miller and Tiffany Elliott and Dale Sweeney, who's with us tonight, and John Duvall for their help in bringing this to a successful finish in a class that Jeff Miller runs, and the Wednesday night scene analysis group for all the support and help that they've been, and not to the Northwest Screenwriting Guild, which supports all of that activity. So I really appreciate this opportunity. I really appreciate the fact it's a gift to a writer to have actors read their words and play their words back to them. And I really appreciate the work that you do. And we'll have some time to thank you more profusely at the end of this. Sky.
Thank you, Randy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a quick round robin so you get to know the actors that we'll be reading tonight. Actors, I'm going to go alphabetical by first name. So Brian.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Brian Carlin, and I will be the narrator this evening.
Dale?
Yeah, I'm Dale Sweeney. I am going to be, well, I'm going to be a bad guy, I guess.
The bad guy.
The bad guy.
The worst guy.
Also known as Sean McMahon. Aaron?
Hello, I'm Erin Ray. I will be reading Andy, Sonia, and Jane.
Ian Lurch?
I'm Ian Lurch. I'm going to be reading Aaron Page.
Ian Wells?
Hi, Ian Wells, and I'm going to be reading Jordan Page and Ensemble.
Lowell Dale?
Hi, I'm Lowell Deo, and I'll be reading Jefferson Riley, Man and Cap, and Duty Cop.
Mary Kay?
You're muted.
Yes. So sorry. Mary Kay Irvin, and I'm reading Sherry Page, Aaron's wife.
Michael?
Hello, I'm Michael Crowley. I'm going to be reading Chief Jimicum.
Michelle?
Hi, I'm Michelle Lynn Conklin. I'm reading Officer Angie, Nurse, and Barista.
Morgan?
I'm Morgan Blackburn. I'm going to be reading for the driver, David Page, and Jean Ritchie.
Richard?
I'm Richard Sater. I'm reading the part of Clive Martin.
Great. All right. With that, we've got our full actors introduced. Brian, go ahead and get us started whenever you're ready.
Fade in. Woods on the Olympic Peninsula. Dusk. Two gunshots sound through the woods, one snapping over his head as Aaron Page, 32, stumbles into the underbrush, fighting to find a way through. He looks back once, crashes through the branches to find a path. He stops and listens. Nothing. Then a noise from behind, or his left. He crawls slowly away from it.
Stop. We can get him later.
He stops, trying hard to catch his breath. A branch whips across his face. He wipes the blood from his eyes and staggers on. The path divides. Which way? Small wood frame house. Macaw reservation. Later. Aaron limps in and onto the porch of the house, falling noisily. A door opens and Aaron finds himself staring up the barrel of a pump shotgun. Behind the barrel, a substantial man with a long black pigtail, Police Chief Jimicum, 40s, stands in the open doorway in boxer shorts and an undershirt. He turns Aaron over.
Christ, Page.
Aaron passes out. 10 days earlier, Aaron Page house, very early morning. Aaron lies sprawled on the couch, half covered with a throw, his brown hair tousled. A phone rings. He grabs the phone from the end table.
This is Aaron.
The sound is audible, but not the words.
Yes, that's who I am. My brother, you're pretty sure. Is this some kind of joke? Where? I think so.
The line cuts off. Aaron stares at the phone, puts it down. A few books are on the floor. A broken wine glass lies on the coffee table. A red stain spots the carpet. On a chair, Aaron's dress shirt, stained with a splash of wine, sits on top of his suit jacket and pants. Aaron tosses his covers back onto the couch. He is in his briefs, very fit and trim, a good body, well maintained. He frowns, dons yesterday's socks and pants, grabs the shirt, heads for the stairs. Upstairs hallway. He listens at the door, tries the knob. He shakes his head, looks at the shirt, and puts it on as he heads back down. Living room. Aaron puts on his tie and jacket. Except for the wine stain, he is the very slightly rumpled image of a successful young lawyer with a day's worth of beard. Waite's funeral home, Forks, mid-morning. Aaron stands in front of the draped body on a gurney with Chief Jimicum, who has the edge of a small-town police chief, his torso forward, almost rising on his toes, a single braid of black hair draped halfway down his back, his lips pursed. Officer Angel Angie Champlin, young, stocky, tough, stands to one side. The chief lifts the drape. It could be Aaron's face, with the hair blonde and closely cropped. The body is a duplicate, except that each nipple is pierced with a barbel and it is tattooed across the collarbone with a Celtic knot. Jordan Page's face and upper torso reveal old bruises. Aaron reaches over and replaces the drape over his brother's head.
You found him in the water?
Yeah, we fish someone out almost every other month. Probably not a bad way to go. Take a few pills, wade into the water.
Shut up, Angie.
Not my brother.
That is your brother, your twin, right?
He wouldn't do that.
Body says different. Water in the lungs, no injuries, I mean, no recent injuries anyway. Any idea what caused those bruises?
No.
You seen your brother recently?
I want an autopsy.
We don't have a full-time coroner out here. There does seem to be a fresh needle mark on his arm.
Jimicum lifts the drape and points.
But we haven't got any lab results yet.
I want those results.
So do we. You'll get them.
Do I have to leave him here? Can we?
Yeah, just tell the old man wait where you want him sent. But there's one more thing.
What?
I got a call asking me to keep this quiet. Nothing in the paper.
What?
Don't look at me. I'm just the dumb res cop, not a prosecutor like you.
You know,
You came out here on a missing person case last year. You were pretty green. You worked it with my boss, the last chief.
who told you to keep quiet?
Now, that was a good thing you did, bringing that girl home to her family.
Come on, who called you?
Said he was Seattle PD. Look, I really don't want to mess with this. I'm just telling you what I was told.
Aaron's car. Aaron grips the steering wheel with both hands, frozen as a statue. It takes him a moment to pull himself together and start the car. Port Angeles Starbucks, just after noon. Aaron enters, grabs a sandwich from the case at the register.
Will there be anything else?
Small drip.
Name?
There's no one else here. Jordan.
Your coffee, Jordan.
The barista pours the coffee, puts a lid on, and hands it to Aaron.
Your coffee.
He reaches for it and his hand starts to shake.
Oh, God.
He stumbles, grabs the counter.
Are you okay, sir? Why don't you sit? I'll bring this over to you.
Okay.
Aaron sits, rigid. Tears start to stream down his face. The barista hesitates, opens her mouth to speak, closes it, puts the coffee down. Bainbridge to Seattle Ferry, afternoon. Aaron makes a call.
Jane, I'm not going to be in the office this afternoon. Nothing's on fire, right? Good. Then put me in for some family leave. I've got some personal business to handle.
Craftsman on a suburban street, later. Aaron knocks on the door. He hears the tap of a cane, and Sean McMahon, retired SPD detective, opens the door.
Aaron, it's been a long time.
I know. Sorry.
Sean leads Aaron in. They walk toward the kitchen. In a hallway filled with family pictures, one catches Aaron's eye. His father and Sean and himself, and an 8-point buck. Aaron cradles a rifle. Sean stops and looks.
You're first.
My only.
That was a one hell of a shot, Aaron. Your dad was sure proud of you. You'd probably be proud now too, assistant prosecutor.
Aaron nods in acknowledgement. They move into the kitchen and Aaron settles on a stool. Sean pours him a coffee.
I could use a little help.
How could a wounded old war horse be any help to you?
You still have connections in the department.
Sure.
Page house, evening. Aaron puts his key in the door. Sherry Page, tall, blonde, 30, well put together but looking a little frayed at the edges, pulls the door open. For a moment, they stare at each other.
What happened to you? You weren't answering your phone? Jane said you were doing some personal business. And
Just let me get in the door, Sherry.
oh, are you okay?
Aaron stalks by her, headed for the stairs.
Aaron!
He turns.
I want to get out of these clothes. I've been in them since yesterday morning.
He goes up the stairs. She pursues.
I am sorry about last night, okay? You've been working hard. I've been worried about how hard you've been working, and I didn't mean to nag. I have some dinner for you.
I'm not very hungry.
I am sorry, Aaron. Really, I didn't mean to upset you so much. Aaron, please talk to me.
Shirtless, he turns to face her.
Jordan's dead.
What?
Jordan, my brother, is dead. Dead. I went to Forks today to identify his body.
Oh, God. Oh, Aaron, I am so sorry. I know he was important to you, even if you haven't dealt with him.
Don't shrink me. I'm not one of your patients.
She eyes him warily, then approaches, reaching out to touch him. He pulls back.
Get dressed, come down, have some supper.
Kitchen later. Aaron sits across the counter from Sherry. He picks idly at his plate. Sherry pours a glass of water for him. She waits him out. Aaron finally begins to actually eat.
How can I help?
Aaron looks blankly at her. Silence.
No, I want to hear. I want to listen to you.
He pushes the remains of the meal around his plate with a fork, avoiding her eyes.
I haven't seen him in 10 years.
I know.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, I talked to him. I thought someone should. He's your brother. He was a good man, and I felt badly about the distance between you. It has to have gnawed on you, and you couldn't talk about it, could you? So
You have no idea.
it's called survivor's guilt, Aaron. And
Did you like him more than me?
he was your twin. He was part of you.
Page house, later. Aaron sits in the living room awake. Aaron shuts off the lights. A clock shows 11:30. The landline phone rings. No ID.
Aaron Page?
Yes.
I'm sorry to call you so late.
Who is this?
My name's Martin, Clive Martin. I don't know if you remember me.
Childhood home, Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving 10 years earlier. 2 chairs are upended on their backs on the floor. Sherry and Aaron, 10 years younger, sit in shocked silence. Alice Page, 61 and frail with the illness that will take her in 2 years, stands between the dining table and kitchen, a shattered bowl of slaw at her feet. Jordan Page, 22, stands face to face with his father, David Page. Behind him, a clean-shaven Clive Martin, 26, doesn't quite cringe. Family friend and the son's godfather, Sean McMahon, watches. David, 63, tall with a mane of gray hair, is screaming so loudly that spittle is flying off his lips.
You and your sodomite friend can get your filth out of my house.
Page house, present time.
Aaron?
I remember who you are.
I'm sorry about your brother.
What about my brother? How do you know?
So someone called me. Let's say a friend.
Go on.
Well, this friend wants to meet you.
Call me tomorrow.
He wants to meet you now.
Right, call me tomorrow.
You know it wasn't suicide. You know, don't you? Don't you want to find out?
Where?
Do you know where CC's is on the hill?
The bar.
Yeah, it's a gay bar.
I can't.
Well, then meet me outside.
Outside CC's bar, Clive Martin, 36, rail thin, with slicked back black hair and a neatly trimmed goatee and mustache, waits on the sidewalk outside of the bar. Aaron walks across the street and Clive extends a hand in greeting. Aaron hesitates, then takes it.
Well,
This would be easier to do inside. Besides, it's cold. Look, they don't check your sexuality at the door.
Inside, loud music blows off the doors. Clive leads Aaron into the dark interior. It's wall-to-wall bodies and a lot of dead animal skin. Clive wends his way through the crowd. Men all in some variation of black leather, studded belts, motorcycle caps. There's not any dancing going on, only the dull roar of conversation trying to be heard over the wall of sound. They go out of that room, past the bar to a back room. Here things are less leather and more pastel and a lot quieter. Aaron scans the room. Everyone he can see is completely engaged with whoever they are with.
Right, there's no neon sign overhead flashing fresh meat.
I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to drink? I'll get it.
A tonic water.
Clive comes back with two identical glasses.
I decided to follow your lead, but mine's got a little gin in it.
So, where's this person I'm supposed to meet?
An older black man, built like a fire plug, stalks into the room, heading toward them. Abe Jefferson, 51, has a familiar toughness. His costume is one more variation on bear's leathers.
Aaron Page. We haven't had the pleasure.
He puts out a hand.
Do we think it's going to be one?
You wondered how I found out about Jordan.
Right.
Abe wanted to talk to you.
You're right, Clive. He could be.
But what?
You could be your brother.
Well, I'm not.
You want to find out what happened to him?
What's your interest?
Just being a good citizen.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I really don't have time to fuck with your candy ass.
Well, maybe I don't have time to fuck with you.
Honey, you are not my type anyway.
What do you want?
Jordan told me about something he was checking out.
Page House kitchen, morning. Aaron sits on a stool at the counter, dressed for a casual office day. Sherry pours his coffee.
You going into work today?
I'm taking some leave. I need some time.
You were out late, and I was worried about you. What are you doing, Aaron?
Just meeting someone.
Who?
It's nothing. Just some people you don't want to know.
I know it's not nothing, so let me in. Aaron, I can help you.
He shakes his head.
Remember Cannon Beach? You wouldn't listen then, and you remember how that turned out.
This is a little different than a rogue wave. I think you need to stay away from this. There's something fishy about Jordan's death. The local police chief who recovered his body.
Wait, I'm confused.
said-
I don't get it.
His body was in Nia Bay. There was a needle mark in his arm. They think it was suicide.
No. He wouldn't.
I know. I need to get his body back here, have a proper autopsy. They're doing a tox scan.
Have the Seattle coroner do it.
The Macau police chief told me someone from SPD told him to keep it quiet.
Oh yeah, that's not strange at all.
Right. I went to see Sean McMahon.
So what, you're doing this off the books? Do you trust him?
I don't know who I can trust.
Well, you can trust me.
I know a couple of independent examiners. I can call in a favor. But today, after I stop at the office, I have to help Clive clean out Jordan's apartment.
I can help you with that.
I think it is something I ought to do myself.
Expiation?
While you were having coffee with Jordan, did you ever mention what I had to handle with my parents dying?
Aaron?
That wasn't easy, you know.
Aaron's office, downtown, later. Aaron stands at his desk and goes through one of the drawers. His administrative assistant, Jane Forrester, 47, stands in the doorway. Jane is entirely no nonsense, and she manages her young lawyers very effectively.
I thought you were taking leave.
I am.
So what are you doing here?
Just had to get something.
Pulls the phone charger out of the drawer.
Going somewhere?
Just personal leave, Jane.
I know you, Aaron. There's something you aren't telling me.
Come in. Close the door. Yesterday, I was out on the peninsula identifying my twin brother's body.
Oh. Aaron, I'm so sorry. Do you know how?
That's what I want to find out. The tribal police who fished him out seem to think it was drugs, maybe suicide.
Jane pauses, looking away from Aaron for a moment. She wipes the corner of her eye.
I knew him. That wouldn't
You?
be like him.
Why do you say that?
I used to see him almost every week up on the hill. He was so alive. For a smart guy, you really are clueless.
What?
You met my wife, Betsy, last Christmas. Went right by you, didn't it? Yeah, me. Aaron, it's not who we love, and who we love isn't all who we are.
I need you to keep it to yourself. And if anyone asks for me or makes any inquiries, just say I'm taking personal leave, okay?
All right. But if you need anything, let me know.
I will. Thanks.
Hallway, Capitol Hill apartment building. Later. The building has seen better days. The door of the apartment stands open. Aaron knocks on the frame.
Hello?
Is that you, Aaron?
Clive comes into view carrying a full trash bag. The living room is beautifully decorated. The walls are filled with artwork, but it is a near total mess. Piles of books and paper cover every available surface.
Kind of blows up the compulsively neat gay stereotype, doesn't it?
You were willing to clean this up on your own?
Somebody had to do it. Thanks for coming. Let me get rid of these. Want some coffee? I put a pot on.
Sure.
Clive leads the way to the kitchen.
I don't think there's any cream. Might not want to chance it anyway.
It's okay. I drink it black.
I was hoping you'd come.
Why wouldn't I?
You didn't seem to want to talk to me the other night after we met Abe.
I hadn't really expected to hear from you.
It's only been 2 years. Tomorrow is the breakup anniversary.
Just what do you want from me?
Do you know what killed Jordan? Do you really know?
He drowned.
Yeah, but did he drown himself?
Clive puts down his cup.
Let me show you something.
He leads Aaron to the back room of the apartment, bedroom. The room has much the same kind of clutter as the living room. It is crowded with a double bed, bookshelves, and a computer workstation. There are flyers for a free gay health clinic stacked to one side on the desk. On the top of a printer is a single page-sized poster with a skull and crossbones on it. Insert poster. Meth plus sex equals death.
This doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
There was evidence in the body that he'd injected something.
Do you know what kind of drugs? He would not do that to himself.
You have a theory?
Your brother had a lot of friends in the community here. I think he had some enemies too. He started working for the clinic about 3 years ago. I don't know if you know, but even though it's treatable, even preventable now, the so-called gay plague is making a comeback.
Did Jordan?
No, he was always very careful.
Get to your point.
It's a combination of internet sex and methamphetamine. Even some straight guys are into it. Make a quick hookup on the internet, party and play, it's called, and you got the magic combination. People are getting sick again, not just HIV. Other STDs are making a comeback.
Why would someone do that? And what does it have to do with my brother?
Well, the risk has its own kind of charge, excitement. As for your brother, he was becoming something of an activist. This poster was his creation. Last few weeks, he's been putting them up all over the hill.
So?
I think he got in someone's way.
What do you know about that Jefferson guy?
Some of the boys say he's a cop on the down low.
Down low, cop?
Black term. Black men who are part-time players.
He didn't look all that part-time to me, and he did look kind of cop.
Anybody can put a uniform on.
That's what you want me to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And give you some kind of deja vu thrill in the process.
He used to say you could be a real dick. But it's true. You know, if you weren't so ruthlessly straight, you could be him. Little peroxide, maybe.
I have reasons to be a real dick.
What happened wasn't all that good for him, Aaron.
He didn't have to stick around and see what happened to our parents.
He knew. He didn't think he was wanted.
Aaron's home office next day. Aaron leans forward, elbows on his desk, looking at an email on his computer screen. He is on his phone.
Methamphetamine.
You think, from what you know, that he did that himself?
No.
Meet me at the apartment tonight.
Aaron types an email to Sherry. Living room, Jordan's apartment that night. The room has been cleared of many of its piles of paper. Clive and Aaron sit on the couch with a careful space between them.
So your plan is that I pretend to be my own brother to see what I can find out?
Yes.
Not a good idea.
Do you want to know what happened or not?
Yes, but I don't think that's the way we'll find out anything.
Why not?
I go around to all his hangouts pretending to be him and asking people questions about him. What sense does that make, except to give you some kind of ex-lover experience?
He was the best thing that ever happened to me.
We can do something, but not that. Besides, what if someone else who knew, someone involved?
Right.
Suppose we just go ask questions. We start with the clinic tomorrow afternoon. You have extra keys?
Clive fishes the keys from his pocket.
Meet me here tomorrow at 2.
Gay City storefront clinic, next afternoon. A woman, Sonia Lundborg, 32, an attractive tiny blonde with very short cropped hair, is working behind one of the desks on the phone and doesn't look up.
No. Our testing service is completely anonymous. You don't even have to give us a name. Yes. We're open until 9 today. Come in. It will give you peace of mind anyway. Okay?
She hangs up the phone and looks up to see Clive, then Aaron. Her expression changes.
Hey, Jordan, where the hell have you been?
She takes another look, puzzled.
Whoa. Okay. You look like Jordan, but you're not Jordan. What the fuck, Clive?
What's your problem?
I'm supposed to be off shift, and Jordan was gonna relieve me.
Look, miss, or whatever you call yourself.
I don't need this, Clive.
Sorry, Sonia. This is Jordan's brother.
Kind of the evil Jordan?
Forget it, Clive. Let's get out of here.
Will you chill?
Two men engage in a stare down.
Can you keep something to yourself?
And I help people with HIV tests.
Right. Sorry. Look, Jordan's disappeared. There's something about drugs.
That's not possible. Jordan had seen too many friends go down like that. He was trying to fight it.
Who was close to him? Do you remember anyone he may have seen in the last week?
No. Wait. There was Billy.
Billy Tygart?
Yes.
Billy was a little skinhead punk Jordan took in for a while until he ripped him off too many times.
I don't know where to find him.
I do. Let's go, Aaron.
Aaron holds back.
Look, Sonia, I'm sorry.
Okay, just send him back instead of you, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Street, continuous. Clive turns up the avenue toward the heart of Capitol Hill.
Where are you going?
If you're going to get anything out of Billy T, you really are going to have to lose the uptight lawyer look.
Jordan's apartment bedroom. Clive lays out some clothes as Aaron looks on.
This is not going to work. Those pants look way too small.
You work out?
Yes.
He didn't, unless he had a new lover. Had the cutest butt.
Clive.
What?
Never mind. Just the clothes?
How serious are you?
How often are you going to make me answer that question?
Don't get testy. I just need to know how much you're invested in this. Someone shot your brother full of meth and dumped him in the bay while he was still breathing. You just want to forget about it?
I'll do what it takes.
Really?
So, let's say I become my brother. What happens when someone who knows he's dead sees me? You said that Jefferson guy was the one who told you.
Yes, but you heard him. I think he wanted you to do it. Who else knows?
Somebody in SPD, my wife, an old family friend who I asked to check into it, my assistant.
Jordan's bathroom is stocked with what we'll need.
Bathroom. Clive holds clippers in his hand. Aaron wears just briefs.
This is difficult to do yourself.
Aaron stares at him.
Sit.
The clippers blare on with a loud buzz.
Wait.
Clive turns the clippers off.
This is it, isn't it?
This is what?
This is all in.
Later, Aaron looks in the mirror and puts his hand up to touch.
Not done yet.
Clive picks up a box and takes out packets, a brush, a squeeze bottle, and plastic gloves.
This looks complicated. Have you done this before?
Couple times for Jordan.
Not gonna work if you start getting mixed up about who I am.
Given your edgy attitude, I don't think that's going to happen. But if you're worried about someone coming onto you, you better relax about it, or someone will, and you'll blow your cover,
Okay, just so we're straight with each other.
so to speak.
Bedroom. Aaron picks up a blue silk mock turtleneck from the bed and one of the pairs of slacks.
Wait,
Clive opens a drawer and whips out a pair of bikini underpants.
lose the tighty whities. They look like hell under those pants.
Aaron snatches them from Clive. Clive watches appreciatively as Aaron pulls on the shirt and the pants he selected. Then he catches Clive's gaze in a mirror and whips around.
Damn it, Clyde.
Right, sorry. You do look good, though, but stand up straight. Your brother's slouched, too.
Can we temper the confusion?
Outside Jordan's apartment building, night. The two men walk out side by side and turn onto 19th.
Just follow my lead and you'll be okay. Don't say much unless I give you a sign.
So there is a sign.
You know, for someone whose twin brother was queer as a $3 bill, sometimes you act like a homophobic asshole.
I guess if you could ask Jordan, he'd say I was a real chip off the old block.
Were you? Are you?
I'm here. Come on, let's get this over with.
It's going to take more than one night, Kemosabe. Tonight, just watch and learn.
As they turn onto the avenue, a car full of boys screams by them. One of the boys hangs out the window.
Hey, faggot!
Aaron winces, Clive laughs.
Looks like you'll pass with straight college boys anyway.
Why should I? I'm not gay.
Sweetheart, you are so suppressed that it's a wonder you can move.
Quinn's restaurant, later. The manager shows them to a booth already occupied by Abe Jefferson in mufti and looking much more like he might be a cop.
Evening, gents.
Aaron gives Clive a look. Pike Street, later.
What the hell was that about? Is there something you're not telling me?
He called me again.
So you just figured I should meet him again and get sucked further into this? I don't like being pushed.
Don't you?
And don't you ask me that again. Yes, I want to find out what happened. I'm just not so sure I want in on someone else's bootleg undercover thing. You know where I work?
Can't you get him the files he wants?
I could. I won't, but I'm going to get a look at them.
Okay, but maybe we should go find Billy T.
Club Z, later. They push through the nearly unmarked door. A man in a leather cap sits behind a desk. Hard rock with an insistent beat throbs. Clive shows the man a card and puts a bill on a desk.
For my guest.
The man hands Clive 4 towels and points to a fishbowl on the desk. It is filled with condoms.
Play safe, man.
Clive takes a handful and pockets them. Clive has to drag Aaron to get him moving.
A little walk on the wild side.
He winks at Aaron.
The fuck is this?
I said, watch and learn, Bubby. This is lesson number 1. The last really old school Seattle bathhouse.
Rory's place, after midnight. Andrea Starr, 45, a drag queen in drab, waltzes across the room toward them.
Darlings, darlings.
That's his arms.
The very last couple I expected to see in this dive.
Clive ropes him in.
When are you coming back to play again?
Come here, dear. I'll tell you a secret.
I love secrets.
We're not together, Andy, darling. We're just here together. Don't tell anyone.
I won't.
We're looking for Billy the T. You seen him lately?
Not for a few weeks. In fact, not since the last time you kicked him out, Jordy. I see him. I'll tell you were looking.
He pats Aaron on the leg.
It's so nice to see you. You don't get out much, do you?
No.
Well, don't stay out too late, sweetie.
He pats again and waltzes off.
I think we're going to be able to do this.
I'm not sure how we're going to find anything out like this. We're going to ask if anybody saw Jordan last week while I'm sitting here. And what was that about playing again? Do you do the dress up thing?
Not a chance. I play bass with the trio here sometimes.
Really?
Yes, really. Maybe there's more to me than being your brother's lover. Maybe there's more to us than being gay.
Page house, morning next day. Aaron walks up the front walk. Inside, Sherry waits. Aaron doesn't see her before she speaks. Surprised, he stands like a deer in the headlights.
What have you done with your hair and your clothes? I've been worried sick. What's going on?
I can explain, but I can't tell you.
Damn it, Aaron, what is that even supposed to mean?
I'm trying to find out what happened to Jordan.
A brother you haven't talked to for 10 years, who you haven't talked about almost as long, and now you're on some kind of a mission. Do you even know who he was?
I thought I did once.
Childhood home, the twins' bedroom. Aaron and Jordan, 17, sit facing each other. Aaron dressed for prom night. Jordan wears workout clothes.
Not going, Aaron.
Why? Don't you?
The date I want to take wouldn't go either. Aaron, I'm gay. You know, a homo, queer. You know. You've known for a long time.
I guess.
So it doesn't mean anything about you.
Page house, living room, present time. Aaron sits on the couch, Sherry beside him, cradling him.
I know, you let him go a long time ago.
Page house, kitchen, next day. Sherry prepares breakfast.
So do you think this is a good idea? I mean, why doesn't this investigator or whoever he is handle it?
He claims he needs my help.
Do you know anything about him?
Silence.
And pretending to be your brother. I just,
Yes.
okay, if he's right and your brother got killed over what he was doing.
What? You want me? What do you want me to do? Just walk away?
I know you need to find Jordan.
Need.
Everything aside, was and well still is important to you, but I'm afraid for you taking this on.
Is this like a professional thing for you? About us?
Well, I'd say it's more personal.
She stops and looks at him.
So I would just prefer if you were around for us to work out whatever it is that we need to work out.
Aaron's office, the phone rings.
Assistant prosecutor's office.
It's me, Jane.
Good, you called. There was someone from the federal prosecutor's office looking for you yesterday. Gene Ritchie.
He's part of the Federal Oversight of SPD. What did he want?
He didn't say exactly.
So what did he say exactly?
He asked if you'd had any calls from an officer Jefferson.
Shit.
There's silence for a moment.
Don't call him back just yet, but you know somebody over there, right?
Yes.
See what you can find out about Abe Jefferson.
Do you really want to mess with the feds, Aaron?
Just do it, please. Text me. I'll talk to Richie. Oh, and there are a couple of files I need.
Jordan's apartment later, same day, early evening. The chaos is completely under control. Boxes stacked against the wall, but surface is clear. Aaron sits at the kitchen counter. Clive sits a coffee cup in front of him.
It'll have to be black. Everything in the fridge was gone.
That's okay. I take it that way, remember?
Jordan liked cream.
Another way I'm not like Jordan.
Clive glares.
What?
Look, Jordan, if you would just...
Damn it, Clive.
Oh, sorry.
I guess we might have to restock a bit.
What for?
Well, if I'm gonna beat Jordan, don't you think I ought to be living here?
Maybe, but if he was murdered...
He was?
What if they come back for you here?
Why? They think he's dead.
But what if they didn't?
Isn't that what your cop friend Jefferson wants? For me to be the bait or something like that?
He's not my friend.
Speaking of friends, any luck finding Billy T?
Yeah.
Well, what?
He's at Harborview in the psych ward. He OD'd.
Can we talk to him?
Don't know why not, but it might not be worth much.
Hey, give me your keys. I'm staying here tonight, and you're not.
This attitude is getting old, Aaron. I'm not confused, but maybe you are.
Right.
Clive hands him the keys. Jordan's apartment, later after dark. Aaron's phone beeps. Aaron picks it up. The text from Jane reads, he was UC narcotics last year, assigned device this year. It's from her personal number. Aaron calls back.
Hope I didn't wake you up. I had to take someone out for drinks just to get that.
It's okay. Did I tell you anything about it?
Just that Jefferson's been investigated before.
Great. Dirty cop.
She didn't say that.
Right.
Are you going to tell me what is going on, Aaron?
Do you really want to know?
Yes. I'll do anything I can to help. You know that.
Meet me at Vivace before you go in tomorrow.
On Broadway?
That's the one. And bring those files I asked for.
Good night, Aaron.
Out of Sean on FaceTime calls same evening. Abe Jefferson's face is on a phone.
I hear he's nosing around.
What do you want me to do about it?
I know what the fuck he knows. We could all go down if this blows open.
I'll handle it, boss.
You better. Try not to make a mess of it.
Boss.
Cafe Vivace, next morning. Jane doesn't see Aaron right away. Then with a shock, she notices the familiar close-cropped blonde head. She walks over.
Aaron? What are you doing? Why do you look like that?
Good morning, Jane.
She sits, stares. She hands him a slim set of folders.
Seriously, what are you doing?
Whatever is going on, my brother was at the verge of exposing it.
You can't do this kind of thing on your own. Turn it over to SPD. Or to Richie?
I'm pretty certain the SPD doesn't even know about it. Just one dirty cop. And the feds always have their own agenda. I'll talk to Richie, but I think I still need to find out what Jordan knew. There's something in here.
This could cost you your career.
I have to do this.
Broadway. Earbuds in place, Aaron walks down the street. He looks at the texted number Jane sent to his phone and dials it. After a moment, Aaron speaks to the answering voice.
Aaron Page, Mr. Richie.
A voice is audible, but not enough to distinguish words.
Yes, if I see him again, I'll let you know.
Another long pause. Aaron waits at a crosswalk.
Really? What did he want?
Aaron steps into the walk and has to dodge a right turner ignoring the light. A short pause, then Aaron hangs up. A text appears on his phone. Phone text message from Clive. Meet me at Harborview. Nurse's station. Harborview Psych Ward. Clive and Aaron stand waiting for the nurse to find the information.
Here it is. He came in on an overdose, but the Narcon handled it. You can see him, but he isn't coherent. Third room on the right, down the hall.
Down the hall.
I guess that idea of yours works. She wasn't going to let us see him.
Yep.
Billy Tygart starts out scrawny and the hospital gown makes him look like an ill-dressed scarecrow. He's restrained and asleep.
Billy?
What?
Billy, wake up.
Oh, I don't want to.
Billy!
What the fuck?
Billy, it's Clive.
Billy seems to focus, sees Clive, and then sees Aaron and freaks out.
What the fuck is he doing here? Jesus, Clive, what kind of bad trip is this? Ah!
Billy thrashes against his restraints, rocking back and forth. His oxygen tube gets dislodged and an alarm sounds. Two nurses run into the room. One starts to work on Billy, putting something in his IV. The other one pushes Aaron toward the door.
You both need to leave. Now. Now.
He knows something.
Looks like, but we're not going to get it out of him now.
You saw how he reacted to me. It was like I was a ghost.
Page House, day. Sherry is in the open garage getting gardening tools.
Sherry?
Sherry freezes for a second, then steps out of the open door, still carrying the large garden shears.
Sean,
Yard looks nice.
what do you want, Sean?
Is Aaron here?
No.
Good. I want to talk to you anyway.
She stands holding the shears as if ready to use them.
You're not going to invite me in?
No.
I can't figure out why you don't like me, Sherry.
What do you want, Sean?
Aaron asked me to look into something.
I know.
Then maybe you know he should be directly involved.
And why should you be?
Why get so edgy with me?
You could have been there for both of them. Isn't that what a godfather is supposed to do?
I need you to do me a favor. Get him to back off.
Back up for what?
I think you know. Just do it for his good. Maybe yours.
Ooh, is that a threat?
Why would I threaten either of you?
Well, I don't know, Sean. Why would you?
I always thought you were a mouthy broad.
Goodbye, Sean.
Sure, Sherry. Sure. Your roses look like they could use some more water.
Her fingers are white, gripping the tool. She watches until he turns out of sight, then stabs the blades into the ground. She stumbles towards the garage and plops down onto the grass, shoulders shaking. She takes breath after deep breath to settle herself. Jordan's apartment that evening. The door is ajar. Inside, Jefferson tosses through the papers in the living room. He doesn't hear Aaron enter.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, you decided to do it. Very good.
What are you doing?
Looking for something, obviously. Maybe you can help me find it.
Why should I?
How about because I'm running the case about your brother?
Well, if you're a cop, you know that this isn't the best way to build a case.
Did you get these files I was looking for?
Aaron fumbles through the mess of papers Jefferson has made, appearing to look for the files.
They were right here, but...
Jefferson pulls his service revolver.
What are you gonna do, shoot me?
Jefferson smashes the pistol across Aaron's face. Blood streams from a cut above Aaron's brow.
Nobody will give a crap about another dead faggot twin, but you have a wife. You might want to watch your ass, Mr. Prosecutor.
Jefferson leaves. Aaron finds a towel to hold against the cut. He examines the door and the lock, probably picked, not forced. He tries to settle down, but ends up pacing, looks at the materials Jefferson was going through. There's nothing he can make sense of. He goes to the bedroom where he finds the files he had hidden. He looks at his phone. He calls his wife. No answer. It goes right to voicemail. He tries again 2 more times. Same result. He searches through Jordan's closet and pulls out a dark gray hoodie and puts it on. Aaron's street, later. Aaron walks down the street. About halfway toward the house, he spots a parked van. Smoke curls out of the passenger side window. Head down, he walks against it. 2 men sit inside the darkened van. Reaching the end of the street, he turns the corner and takes out his phone. Sherry answers on the second ring.
Aaron,
Pack up, get in the car, and go to your sister's.
are you in trouble?
I'm okay now, just do it, please. I'll call you later.
Aaron, no, I love you. I am not going to do this without you.
You're not safe in the house. There's a van across the street. There are 2 men in it. They're watching the house.
Okay, I want you to meet me. How about your office? I'm not going to lead some bad guys to my sister's home.
I'm not going to...
I'm not going anywhere without you.
I'll call you.
No, I'll only do this if you promised.
Sherry.
Call me.
Okay, I promise. Now go, please.
He disconnects and peers around the corner. He looks around. There's a new townhouse under construction just down the block. He goes to the site, looks. Back at the corner, he watches the van and his house. The garage door opens, the van starts up. He walks quickly down the street toward the van. Sherry's Volvo pulls out into the street as the van starts to move. As Aaron walks by, he swings a piece of rebar from the construction site into the windshield of the van, smashing it. He runs up the street and between 2 houses. He turns to see the van stopped partway into the street. The passenger door opens. Sherry's car. Sherry sees the action in her rear view. Two men exit the van and run after Aaron. She makes a quick decision and circles the block in time to see Aaron emerge on the next street. She squeals to a stop right beside him. He jumps in. She steps on the gas and turns the next corner as the two men come from between the houses.
Jesus, Sherry.
Like I said, you are not doing this without me. And we are definitely not going to my sister's.
Okay, then where?
Clive's place.
They're probably watching him too. We have to get him out of there. Drive toward the U. Keep checking your mirror.
Think I can make this a little more challenging than that.
As Aaron gets on the phone, Sherry turns onto a side street. On the phone on speaker.
Aaron?
See if you see anyone watching your place.
Oh, they're here. Obviously, they want you.
I wouldn't be too sure that's all they want. Can you get out of the back of your building?
Yes, but what about Jordan's place?
Jefferson was there tonight, and people were watching my house.
Whoa.
Yeah, no shit. Here's what I want you to do.
Northgate Light Rail Station later. Aaron and Sherry sit in the commuter pullout. Clive exits the station stairway. Aaron gets out and waves to him. Clive trots over to them and gets in the back seat.
Well, hello, you two.
Clive, my wife?
Sherry, I know.
Right, you know each other.
Aaron, just relax a little.
But
I haven't seen Clive for a few months, but we used to have coffee with Jordan. Sorry about the breakup, Clive. I thought you guys were good together.
Not sorrier than me.
But when did you do this?
Well, I was pretty sure you didn't want to know.
Are you two going to be okay?
Yeah,
I don't know.
as long as
They stop and look at each other.
you can't keep me out of this. Not anymore. And I never should have let him go.
Aaron has no idea what to say.
Can we do the lover's spat later?
Jesus, Clive.
In case you haven't figured it out, Aaron, we don't have a place to stay.
Oh, now who's having a lover's spat? Look, Clive's right. Okay, we gotta find some place to stay. How about a motel?
That works. You have a credit card that's good, Clive?
Why my card?
If someone with law enforcement connections is in on this, they'll trace my cards. I have an idea I can follow up on tomorrow.
Okay, I can check with some of Jordan's friends about what they know.
Aaron, if you think you're just gonna leave me in some motel while you boys go do your thing,
I want you safe.
I'll be safe. I'll be with you.
Gay City storefront clinic next day. It's raining lightly, so Sherry wears a rain hat, her hair tucked inside. Aaron has the hoodie on.
Can you follow my lead?
Aaron opens the door and lets Sherry in ahead of him. Sonia looks up from her desk and stands up.
Well, hello, Jordan. Where the hell have you been?
Sorry, still the evil twin.
Could have fooled me. Did fool me.
I have some news. Sad news. And I need you to keep it to yourself.
Cut to Sonia's shattered face, tears streaming. Sherry steps in to put her arms around her. Sonia buries her face on her chest. Aaron stands helplessly.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
He helps Sonia to her chair.
I'm Aaron's wife.
I need your help.
Okay.
It could be dangerous. I'll need to take a shift here as Jordan.
And
I guess I'll be a tethered goat.
dear God.
If he could help, I might learn how to pray.
So you'll be prey instead. Jesus, Jordan. I mean, Aaron.
It's okay.
I don't think so.
I just want them to see me here. And I don't want you here when they do. And I really need you to stay away.
But
I can't do this and keep you safe. Please.
I have some friends who can keep an eye out.
Please, Sherry.
She can stay with me.
Cafe Vita, next day or nearly early evening. Aaron enters wearing the hoodie. Clive sits at a corner table.
You got anything?
Not much. I'm just talking to people I can trust. There's some talk that a lot of meth has been dumped on the street in the last few days.
Rumor, real?
Heard it from a couple of people, but no one with solid information. Jordan was doing this pretty much on his own.
Well, he's not on his own now.
Neither are you. I think you're still being followed.
I don't think so right now. Nobody came by the clinic yesterday.
Across the street, a car. Don't turn around.
Okay.
Did you find something in the files that Abe was after?
Yeah. 3 unsolved cases put down to ODs. One was a McCaw kid. I gotta talk to someone. First, I need a few things. Let's see if we can shake them.
As they exit, the men get out of the car. They split up. Clive heads north towards Cal Anderson. One man follows Aaron, who heads straight for the East Precinct. SPD East Precinct. Aaron goes to the desk.
Can I have an accident form?
Sure, here you go.
Aaron scans the form and looks to catch sight of his pursuer.
What do I do if I wasn't able to get the other driver's information?
You don't have anything?
Plate number?
Use that.
Just then, 2 officers walk out toward the doors. Aaron turns to follow them, dropping the accident form on the desk. Outside on Pine. His tail is down the block. Aaron follows the pair of cops to the corner, where they head to their car in the center lane of the street. As he turns onto 12th, he breaks into a run, ripping off the hoodie as he goes. He tosses it into a garbage can. Near the next corner, he turns into a consignment shop. The tail trots to the corner and looks both ways, crossing to head down the street. Minutes later, Aaron exits, wearing a different jacket. Page House, evening. Aaron packs a small bag. His phone sits on the dresser on the speaker.
How do you know they didn't follow you?
I don't, but I didn't see anyone after I lost the guy, and I walked a pretty screwy route. I think they're still trying to find me.
Comforting thought.
I'll pick you up in about an hour.
Okay, where are we going?
Aaron opens a gun safe in the closet and takes out an automatic pistol and 2 loaded magazines.
To see a dumb res cop.
Are you going to pick up Sherry? She's going to be pissed.
Madison at 19th. 1 hour.
He looks at the gun and magazines and puts them back in the safe. Page House later. The garage opens. Aaron drives out of it and turns toward the hill. He doesn't see another car following. It's Sherry. 19th and Madison later. Aaron slows at the corner and Clive jumps in.
Did you see anyone after?
No.
Okay then. They don't know this car. Heading for the ferry dock.
Coleman Dock, Bainbridge Ferry Line later. Aaron's phone rings.
Sean.
Aaron, you didn't tell me this was about your brother.
No.
Well, I found out. He was deep into some bad stuff, Aaron. You really don't want to be involved.
What do you mean?
Sean McMahon's house. Jefferson sits across the table from him looking at an application on his phone.
It's just bad business, Aaron.
What did you find out, Sean?
Got it. He's down on the waterfront.
Sean?
Where are you going, Aaron?
How do you know I'm going anywhere, Sean?
Call it an old cop situation.
On Coleman Dock, Sherry knocks on Aaron's window. He looks up in surprise.
Sure, Sean. Gotta go.
He lowers the window.
What are you doing here?
I told you you aren't doing this without me.
She reaches through the window, holding out her car keys.
Clive, my car's the black Volvo, about 5 spaces back. Can you drive it for me?
Clive smiles at Aaron. If a smile could say, "I told you so," it would be deafening. He takes the keys. Sherry steps around to the passenger side. The ferry starts loading. Sherry gets in the car as Aaron starts the engine.
Did you still think you would do this without me?
I just had a very strange call from Sean McMahon.
Yeah, couldn't be as strange as the visit that I had from you.
Behind them.
What?
Behind them. Jefferson pulls into the tail end of the last line. He gets out of his car, tries to spot Aaron. He sees Sherry's car and starts to walk toward it as that line begins to move. A driver honks at him.
Hey, buddy, you can't leave your car there.
Jefferson gives him an angry glare as he heads back to his car. He can see Sherry's Volvo on the ramp to the ferry. When he tries to weave to another lane to cut in line, a ferry worker stops him in Aaron's car.
He seemed to know where we were.
He's tracing your phone. Give it to me.
They are directed to the ramp to the right. At the front of the line, a worker motions him into place and signals him to stop.
I have to find out if someone's after us. I'll be right back.
Aaron!
He's out of the car, runs toward the back of the ferry. At the stern, the workers on shore are stopping the line of cars. A dozen cars back, Aaron sees Jefferson outside of his car. The cop spots him as the lines are cast off. Aaron stays watching as the ferry leaves the slip. The two men lock eyes. Clive joins him.
Are you okay? What's going on?
I should have known.
Back at Aaron's car, Sherry stands outside of it. She hands him his phone.
I turned off the location services and put it on airplane mode.
You don't have to be smug about it.
Yeah, well, you're still going to have to toss it. I'm pretty sure it can still be tracked.
I told you she was going to be pissed.
So, where are we going?
We aren't going anywhere.
Sherry opens the door and gets in Aaron's car. Clive grins.
Don't say it.
What?
Clive gets in the back seat. Aaron walks back to the end of the ferry and tosses his phone into the Puget Sound. Inside the car.
So,
she takes his face in her hands and kisses him.
What?
so help me, Aaron. I love you.
Aaron looks at his wife and shakes his head. The dewdrop inn, Forks, after midnight.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, nothing but the best.
They're gonna be coming after us.
No, just park it. I'll go get our room keys.
Clive pulls into the lot.
Classy.
Didn't think you'd want the Ritz on your card, Clive.
Sherry comes back with keys.
Can you hide the card, maybe behind the building?
Sure.
The dewdrop inn, Forks, later. Sherry, wrapped in a towel, washes her underwear in the bathroom sink.
You know, if you hadn't been trying to ditch me, I'd at least have a change of underwear.
Sorry.
Yeah, you'll be sorrier if you try that again.
Look, about that. I need to see the macabre police chief. And
there's a knock on the door.
It's me.
Let him in. I don't care.
Really?
Just me and you two boys.
Aaron opens the door.
Come on in. He was just about to explain to me why I have to be left behind in this no-tell motel while he and, I don't know, maybe both of you run off. And
I wasn't.
Jordan, don't. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Again? Jefferson knows that car. You have it hidden?
Yeah, but look, Aaron, I am sorry. I didn't mean to call.
I know.
What about the guy on the call you took, the family friend?
So I thought. I asked him to look into. Wait a minute. Sean was shining me on, playing me.
And then Jefferson showed up.
let's burn that bridge.
I think it's already burned. We should get some rest. We'll need to be sharp.
So we're going with you tomorrow?
I'm dead tired. I can't think. Let's talk in the morning.
Sherry comes to him, hugs him, reaches up to rub his blonde buzz cut.
Stop it.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Maybe.
Not a chance. Now I don't even know why we did this. Whose idea was it anyway?
Time for me to make myself scarce.
Yeah.
The dewdrop in Forks, 7 a.m. Sherry's phone rings. She's already up and dressed.
Too damn early.
Hello?
Aaron sits up.
Yes, he's here.
She hands Aaron the phone.
Someone named Richie?
Aaron puts the phone on speaker.
How'd you get this number, Prosecutor Richie?
Agent Richie, Mr. Prosecutor Page.
Okay, so.
It wasn't easy, but your resourceful assistant was most helpful. You dump your phone.
How about why you need me so much how you need so much to reach me first?
You said that you'd let me know if you saw that cop again.
Have you got a tail on me?
I have one on him, and he caught a ferry to Bainbridge pretty late last night. Can I ask where you were at that moment?
You can.
Well,
There's a tap at the door.
I
Sherry
think
lifts
you
her
know.
finger to her lips.
well,
I think you know.
this guy is really dangerous, Aaron. You're not going to handle it on your own.
I wasn't planning on it.
I want you to meet me. Port Angeles Starbucks,
Yeah, I know it.
11:30.
Okay.
I'm not the enemy, counselor. I can help.
Aaron disconnects, hands the phone to Sherry.
We have to dump this one too?
I don't think so, but we have to figure out how to deal with this. And I still need to get to Nia Bay.
What for?
I need to see the chief of police there.
So let's just go together after we meet Richard.
No.
What? You're not leaving me here, Clive?
Don't look at me. I thought you were the marriage counselor.
I wasn't. I just think the three of us might put Chief Jimicum off. We're gonna need his help.
So,
So I go, talk to him, show him the file on the kid, and
but what if they are after us?
just let me do this. I'll be back in a couple of hours.
So how are you going to meet the guy on the phone too? And who was he?
You could do it.
And tell him what?
And Sherry, or both of you.
I don't like this, Aaron.
Give me a minute.
Aaron gets up and dresses.
We're gonna have to use both cars.
So?
We don't know where Jefferson is, or Sean for that matter. One of them could be here.
So we all go together in your car. Leave mine here.
I really have to see Jimicum. I'll take your car, wear your hat and some shades. Clive could drive.
You are not leaving me.
Someone has to meet Richie. He'll know who you are.
Aaron.
You'll be safer driving my car.
I don't like this. How will I get a hold of you if I need to?
Call Clive. I'll take him with me.
What if they catch you?
Sounds like Richie wants to help. You could bring the cavalry.
Look, I know this is a mission for you, Aaron. When was the last time it was just you and Jordan? Not that horrible Thanksgiving, but before that.
Aaron shakes his head. The moment comes unbidden to him.
He was beaten up pretty badly.
Intercut childhood home. The twins' bedroom after midnight. Jordan, 18, packs a bag as Aaron looks on. Jordan has a black eye and a bruised cheek.
I knew who did it.
Never told me about it.
I know. I asked him why he didn't fight back. You want to know what he said?
Yes.
He said, that would make me just like him, wouldn't it? And I knew he was right.
But that didn't make you the same as him, did it?
Jordan looks back at his brother, bruised face open, loving.
So I asked him where he was going to go, what he was going to do. He told me he didn't know, just that it was time for him to leave. I knew. I knew what our father had done to him, and it wasn't the first time. God, I knew.
Jordan continues to pack.
Aaron.
I knew, and he didn't do anything. I told Jordan that he didn't mean it, but I knew better. He was so honest, so clear. He said that he knew the bastard meant it and didn't blame me.
But you did.
Aaron breaks down completely. Jordan lifts his bag to his shoulder.
Bye, brother. See you later.
And that was it. That was the last time. Just, bye, brother. No malice, no resentment at all.
He loved you, Aaron.
If you two need a moment, I could just go.
Why did you two come that time to Thanksgiving? Why?
He wanted to see you, to see his mom.
Why didn't you make me come with you to see him again?
You had to find your own way.
But I didn't. And now
And
he's
now
dead.
you are.
Sherry paces.
Okay, so we'll do it your way. I don't like it, but I'll go meet Richie.
Bring him here.
How will I know him?
Give me your phone.
Aaron texts Richie. Insert the phone. Aaron's text to Jean Ritchie. My wife will bring you to our location.
Just text him when you get there. Let's go, Clive.
Nia Bay Police Station, Macaw Reservation, later. Officer Angie has a solitaire layout on her computer screen. She doesn't hear Clive and Aaron enter.
You can play that 9 on the 10 of hearts.
Shit!
Is the chief around?
Haven't I seen you before?
Maybe. Chief Jimicum, is he here?
What do you want with him?
I'll tell him. Is he here?
Listen,
Shut up, Angie. Tell the man I'll be out in a sec.
he'll be out in a sec.
Chief Jimicum comes to the door of his office. He does a double take.
Well, you look better than the last time I saw you. Hey, come on in. Let him in, Angie.
Sir,
Chief's office.
What can I do for the Seattle Prosecutor's Office, Mr. Page?
This may be something I can do for you.
Oh?
This is an old OD case we had last year, one of your people.
Yeah, we knew he was gone, but why are you bringing this now? And why make yourself look like your brother?
I think the lab the drugs came from is somewhere out here.
On McCall land?
I don't know.
I can't do anything if it's not. What do you know?
My brother got killed out here. He was onto something.
So you don't know anything. And this isn't official, is it?
No.
I don't have time for this, Paige. You get something, you can find me here or my house just down the road.
Outside the police station, Aaron stalks for the car with Clive half trotting to keep up.
What now, Kimosabe?
Jesus, Clive, don't call me that. Not here anyway.
Sorry.
Get in. Maybe we can catch up with Sherry if we get going.
On the road, Aaron looks grim and begins to push the car faster. Intent on the road ahead, he doesn't see the tail he has picked up. Jefferson, a familiar van, screams out of the side of the road to block the way.
What the hell?
He jams the brakes and tries to steer around, but the road is narrow and the van moves up to stop him. Behind him, Jefferson skids sideways to block him in. In seconds, Jefferson stands at Aaron's window, gun aimed at him, another gunman on the other side. Route 101 at the entrance to Elway RV Park. Sherry drives past, headed east.
There. That's her. Get going.
The car pulls out of the drive and gets behind Sherry. Port Angeles Street, later. Jean Ritchie, 42, African-American, sits in an outside stable in front of the Starbucks. The chair beneath his linebacker's build looks like it belongs in a child's room. He scans the street as he sips a coffee. A block away, he sees a car pulling into a space. Another car waits behind as if giving space for the driver in front to park. Sean McMahon gets out with his cane and walks up toward the car in front. As Sherry gets out of the car, Sean takes her arm from behind.
Don't do anything. Don't shout. Don't try to run.
You, Sean, let go of me.
Sherry wrenches free. Richie witnesses the commotion. He leaps to his feet and starts to run. Sean swings his cane and Sherry grabs it, pulling Sean off balance. Seeing the large black man barreling toward him, Sean lets go of the cane and limps back to the waiting car, which peels out in a U-turn. Still armed with the cane, Sherry raises it toward Richie.
Whoa, on your side.
Richie?
Yes,
Sherry Page.
that was a nice move, Miss Page.
She takes out her phone.
Aaron was going to meet me.
No, give me a second.
She sends a call that goes straight to voicemail.
Something must be wrong.
Help me catch up, Miss Page. Who was that man?
Never mind him. We need to find Aaron. I can't reach him.
Where was he?
He's supposed to be in Nia Bay meeting the police chief. You can track the phone I called, even if it's off, yes?
Woods near Nia Bay, early evening. Aaron and Clive are blindfolded, hooded, and tied to a tree near a couple of trailers. Sean limps over to them. He lifts the hood.
Hello, Aaron.
I don't suppose you're going to let me go, Sean.
First your fag brother, and then you. You know, this would have been a real disappointment to David.
I always thought you and my old man were as thick as thieves.
Sean pulls down the hood, laughs, and walks away. Woods near Nia Bay, night. Sherry and Richie crouch at the edge of the clearing. Richie hands Sherry his monocular.
We need to know how many of them there are. There's the one standing outside to the right of the closer trailer. That makes 3.
And then what? Just go charging in? Can't you call in someone?
No, we need to figure out a way to get your husband and his friend out of there.
Do you have a gun?
No, I don't carry if I don't have to.
So I guess you really aren't the cavalry then.
They look like they're packing up to leave, and no.
Okay, there are 2 I can see in the right-hand trailer. They're wearing some sort of masks.
Must be the lab. And look, there's Sean and his driver coming out of the other one. That's 5.
Okay, I think I can get close enough to get them. Have you got a pocket knife or something?
Yes, but I should
You may have better natural camouflage, but there is no way you can move through there quietly, and I can make it. They're really close to cover.
I don't.
You don't see any other way, do you?
I could try to call
3
in.
hours to get here. I don't think so. Just give me the knife.
Richie
There's 2
digs
more. I know them. SPD guys. They're loading the van.
Give me the knife.
Richie digs the knife out of his pocket. Sherry grabs it.
I really don't want you to do this. You can't be
I
sure.
have had enough of being told what I can't do. Watch me.
She backs into the trees behind them, finding a narrow path. She moves carefully, watching every step. Richie quickly loses sight of her. Minutes later, it seems longer, Sherry looks across the short distance to where Aaron and Clive are tied. She slowly creeps out of the edge of the woods, keeping the tree where they are tied between her and the nearest trailer. She avoids the patches of light spilling from the trailer windows and moves to Aaron. She cuts his bond and snatches the hood off of him. He rubs his wrist and crouches by the wood's edge. Just then, Sean spots her.
Riley, go get that bitch.
George Riley, 43, Sean's driver, turns and runs towards the trio as Sherry turns to Clive. She starts to work on the ropes holding Clive.
Hey!
She starts to work on the ropes holding Clive.
Run. Get out of here.
Over here, guys!
2 other gang members come at a run. One gets to Sherry, grabs her wrist. She drops the knife.
Run, Aaron, run!
He looks at her, sees the men coming toward him, and turns and crashes into the woods. He runs for the thickest cover. A branch lashes open the barely healed cut over his eye. One of the men pulls his gun and fires. Once, twice. In the woods, Aaron stops and listens. Nothing. Then a noise from behind or his left. He crawls slowly away from it.
Stop. We can get him later.
Riley watches as Clive and Sherry are taken far into the far trailer. He backs out of his position. Time to find reinforcements. Jimicum's house. Aaron limps out of the brush and onto the porch, falling noisily. A door opens and Aaron finds himself staring at the barrel of a pump shotgun. Behind the barrel, Jimicum 40 stands in the open doorway in his boxer shorts and an undershirt. Aaron passes out face down. Jimicum looks down at this half-dead figure covered in blood from the wound over his eyebrow. He sets the gun aside and turns Aaron over.
Stripes, Page.
Aaron reaches toward him and passes out again. Richie comes to the door.
I wasn't sure you would make it. Who's Jimican?
Well, he did.
Let's get him inside.
They put him on a couch just inside the door.
I'll get some water.
Aaron tries to sit up.
Easy.
Richie, how?
Your wife.
They've got her. We have to go back.
Dressed, Jimicum returns with a glass and a towel.
Here, you got to be pretty dehydrated. Drink it.
Aaron presses the cloth to his head.
I'd rather have a whiskey.
Sure, but drink that first.
Still, how?
Cracked your friend's phone.
And you let her?
She didn't give me a lot of choice.
That's my Sherry. We need to go get her. And Clive, where are they now?
Probably not where they were. That phone is gone.
Damn. And you're here. Why?
Gene's worked with me before.
So you'll help now. I thought it had to be a reservation thing.
It is now. But you didn't have to bleed all over my porch to prove it.
So, are you going to tell me what the hell is going on?
Easy, Paige.
Okay.
There's no way off the peninsula by road that can't be blocked if we just call for help. The chief figures they have a boat somewhere.
The Coast Guard?
Cutter coming from Port Angeles. The choppers are down except for one working a rescue in the Cascades, and the cutter will take a while. But I think I know where they will launch from.
So what are we waiting for?
We aren't. You're staying here.
The hell I am. That's my wife they have.
Told you.
Take it easy, Paige.
I'm okay. I was just winded. See, it's worse than it looked.
Chief goes to a gun safe. He takes out 2 handguns, sticks the holster and revolver in the small of his back, opens the action on an automatic and hands it to Richie, grabs a couple more shells for the pump.
Magazines in the bottom drawer, Gene.
He takes a scoped rifle out of the safe.
You ready to handle this?
Yeah.
You're on Overwatch.
You sure about that?
I'll deputize him. Let's go get Angie and my other guys at the station.
Trailer and woods, night. Sean looks on as Sherry and Clive are cuffed to a table leg inside the trailer.
You killed him, didn't you?
Not personally.
You were his father's friend, their godfather.
You think David would give a rip? Probably thank me.
You murdering motherfucker.
Sean slugs him savagely.
The boyfriend speaks. You sure didn't marry another fag, Sherry?
Aaron is a better man than you will ever be.
Is that why he left you behind?
And so was Jordan.
I always thought you were a lippy bitch. Too smart for your own good.
Jefferson steps inside the trailer.
Get going, boss.
Bring them. But if the homo gives you a problem, just shoot him.
Woods near Nia Bay, nautical twilight. Riley pushes Sherry and Clive into the van and jumps in the driver's seat. Sean leans out of the window.
Come on, Abe. Let's go.
Jefferson lights flares and tosses one into each trailer. He runs for the van. As the 2 vans peel out, the lab goes up in a tremendous explosion. Nia Bay Police Station. To the west, a fireball rises before the sound shockwave hits.
We better get moving.
Dirt road in the woods. At the downhill toward the shore, Jimicum slows.
Look, the dust is still settling. They went through here. We'll need to go on foot.
Jimicum parks. Angie pulls in beside him, blocking the road.
Now what?
You can take Angie and Aaron through to the right of the road. There's a path.
I know it, Chief.
We'll go down the road on the left. Watch for us. We don't want any friendly fire crap. There's a bluff that overlooks the boat launch and a small dock.
Yeah.
Leave Aaron there, and then you 2 work down toward the landing. Slowly. No one, I mean no one, Paige, opens fire before I call for it. Understood?
Aaron stares at Jimicum.
Paige? Look, we need you there. Got it?
Aaron nods. A powerful engine starts up.
Let's do it.
At the landing, a boat idles beside dock by the boat ramp. Jefferson is on board.
Leave them here. Just get everything on the boat. Hurry it up.
The vans sit, doors open. Sherry and Clive, hands cuffed, sit on the ground, backs to a bumper, one of the vans. Sean stands near them waving a pistol. The other men have started carrying loads to the dock. Bluff above the landing. Aaron watches through the rifle scope, first putting crosshairs on Sean. He shifts to Sherry. From his bird's eye view, he can see Jimicum leading the 2 deputies down the edge of the road. Below him, Angie and Richie creep through the cover toward the landing. As most of the gang reaches the dock, Jefferson spots a flash from Aaron's scope.
Boss, up there.
Jimicum racks the pump action. The sound echoes loudly. The men turn toward the sound.
Police, drop your weapons.
The gang members crouch, aiming in different directions. Sean puts his gun to Clive's head.
Stand up, bitch. You too, Sherry.
Clive and Sherry struggle to their feet.
Hold fire.
Back off or they both die.
Aaron puts the crosshairs on Sean again. He breathes out, starts to squeeze the trigger. Sean pulls Sherry close in front of him. Aaron stops.
Let them go. We'll let you out of here.
Yeah, right. You're not gonna do that, are you?
Stay chill, people.
Sherry struggles, but stops when Sean pushes the gun into her.
Riley, take him down to the dock.
Okay, boss.
He grabs Clive roughly and propels him toward the dock. Sean follows, keeping Sherry in front of him.
Okay. We'll let him go just a minute.
The load is on the boat. Jefferson and the other gang members crouch, looking back up the roadway. Sherry struggles, breaks away from Sean.
Damn it, bitch.
He points his pistol at her. Clive breaks away from Riley and lunges between Sean and Sherry.
No, don't.
2 shots ring out. Aaron's shot misses. Sean's does not, but Clive takes the bullet and goes down.
No!
In the echoing silence, Aaron chambers another round. Everyone turns toward the sound.
No, Aaron.
Sean pulls Sherry in front of him.
Paige, you want her alive? You come down here now.
She tries to get free. Sean jerks at the cuffs.
Stop. I will shoot you.
I'm coming down, Sean.
Aaron stands, holding the rifle out to one side.
No, Aaron, don't.
Put the rifle down.
Aaron drops the weapon to one side and raises both hands. As he walks down the hill, he passes Richie and Angie, hidden in the cover.
Get the rifle.
You shouldn't do this, Aaron.
Hurry up, Paige.
Aaron walks into the open.
Well, well, the hero husband.
What are you gonna do, Sean? Kill everyone? You're not gonna get away?
If she's with me,
It won't be just me after you.
Riley stares at Aaron. He hasn't seen his face before.
You, I killed you.
Richie and Aaron come out of cover to one side, and Jimicum and 2 deputies come down the road. Guns ready, but not pointed. Richie carries the rifle.
back off.
We don't want any more shooting.
Good. Then you let me go.
He shoves the gun into Sherry's back.
Come on, you, down the dock.
Clive groans. At the boat, Sean pushes Sherry ahead of him. Jefferson hands her aboard. Riley steps to the cockpit.
Cast off, Abe.
But
Just do it. Get us out of here, fast.
The engine revs and the boat starts to pull away. The gang members ashore look in alarm. Jimicum closes in, shotgun aimed at the nearest ones. Abandoned, bewildered, the drop on them, they lower their guns. On the boat, Sherry struggles with Sean. Aaron grabs the rifle from Richie and goes prone on the dock. Aaron takes aim and shoots. Sean goes down. Aaron chambers another round. He fires. Riley drops. As he falls, his body turns the wheel. The boat turns back towards shore. Jefferson stands, tosses his gun overboard, raises a hand before taking the wheel to bring it alongside the dock. Sherry gets down to check on Sean. The deputies round up the gang. Jimicum kneels by Clive. Aaron takes a line from Jefferson and secures the boat before getting into it. Sean McMahon lies prostrate on the deck, a hand wound to his chest.
Hell of a shot.
His eyes close and his head falls to one side. Aaron helps Sherry, still cuffed, out of the boat. She runs to Clive. She lifts his head, cradling it. Aaron kneels beside them.
You aren't going to fix this.
He blinks, seems to lose consciousness, then comes back.
Jordan, is that you?
Yes, Clive.
He smiles, his eyes flutter, then glaze open.
He's coming.
She lays Clive back down. Aaron lifts Sherry up. Jimicum unlocks her cuffs.
Let's get you there.
Thank you.
Nia Bay Town Landing, several days later. Aaron hands Sherry down to the waiting boat. She carries one urn. He has another in his hands as he steps down. Jimicum tosses off the last line and starts the motor. The day is clear, blue skies and scattered white clouds. There's an easy swell in the strait as Jimicum steers the boat away from shore. They motor quietly westward a few hundred yards off the shore. The Cape and the Cape Flattery Light come into view. Jimicum shuts down the motor and they drift, rocking silently on the waves. The wind seems to die.
This is just about where we found your brother.
Thanks for doing this.
Little enough.
Any problems with cleaning up?
No, Gene took them into federal custody.
Sean?
It was all on res land. We handled it. My weapon. The inquest was quick.
Well, thanks for that. So, ready, Sherry?
Aaron and Sherry stand to the lee side and open the urns. They turn them down over the water, letting the streams of ashes mingle. Another 100 yards further west, a fin breaks the surface. Then another and another. An orca breaches, twisting in midair. The end.
All right, that was fabulous. Great. Great job to all the actors. Thank you very, very much for being a part of this. It's so helpful to writers to hear their words spoken by people who know how to present them. And fantastic writing, Randy. We're going to let him take a few moments to let that table read sink in before we give him the room. So first, I just want to let you all know that for our next table read, the Northwest Screenwriters Guild has partnered with the Seattle Film Summit for a very special in-person event. It will be on September 10th during the festival, and we'll showcase the 6 short scripts that are the finalists for our recent competition. So now let's go ahead and check in with each of the actors. We're going to get their reactions and find out maybe where else we might be able to see them. So we're going to go ahead and start with Brian.
Yeah, very much. Definitely, I really liked the action set pieces were great. I could actually, as I was reading them, I really felt like I could kind of, picture them unfolding. So I really enjoyed that for sure. And the story definitely had a very good, complete arc from beginning to end. And a good conclusion for the characters. So my 2 cents right there.
And you're an actor, Brian. What do you do?
Oh, yeah. So I main thing I do, work on a lot of commercials, short films, things like that. So I'm represented by Colleen Bell Agency. I also have a group, Cascadia Dread. We do horror themed work based here in the Pacific Northwest. So you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, all the social medias. We'd love to share our content with you. So follow us and check it out. And I'm also on Stage 32 if you'd like to connect with me there.
Great, fantastic. Next up, we have Dale Sweeney. Yes, you.
We unmute. Yeah, well, thanks for this opportunity. I'm not typically an actor. That's probably obvious. I probably needed a few more days to be able to work on Warhorse. But thanks for having me involved, Randy, and glad to see the whole thing through rather than just in pieces.
Yes, definitely seeing the whole thing at one time is incredibly helpful. Next up, we have Aaron.
Hey guys, I am an actor, filmmaker in the Seattle area. I'm repped by TCM. In Atlanta, I'm repped by Houghton Talent. And I've filmed a few things recently that I can't talk about yet, but that will come out later in the year. But you can find me on social media and my name, Aaron Ray, across the board on all social media stuff. Hopefully I can announce some things soon. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, we love the I can't talk about it. Those are fantastic. Congratulations, Aaron. All right, up next we have Ian Lurch.
Well, I can't talk about my stuff either because there's nothing on the burner right now. So, yeah, I'm Ian Lurch. I'm an actor. I'm repped by MAM, M-A-M. I haven't been acting too much lately. I've been more focused on writing. I write a lot of horror. I've been writing queer vampire movies, and that's been that. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, fantastic. Ian Wells?
Hi everybody, welcome. My name's Ian. I'm an actor from Seattle, but I'm currently trying to transition down to LA permanently. I'm repped by TCM Talent up in Seattle, and I currently have a short film out doing the festival circuit right now. It's not released yet, but in October it's going to be released on the streaming service Alter. So that's pretty cool. And if you want to see what I'm up to and any other projects I work on, you can go to my portfolio on the TCM website, or you can go to my Instagram, which is wells.wells.wells. And that's pretty much where I keep everything up to date. And thanks so much for coming to watch the reading.
Thank you. Lowell.
I'm Lowell Deo, a Seattle-based actor repped by Big Fish Northwest, principally commercials and industrials, and nothing really on the horizon to talk about. Thank you for inviting me, by the way.
Great to have you. Mary Kay?
I'm Mary Kay Irvin. I'm with Toposcope Talent. I'm partly retired. During COVID, I've working mostly radio with Oral Vision and Imagination Theater. I play Murphy and Harry Niles and Mary Watson on Sherlock Holmes, ongoing radio dramas, and appearing daily at Chateau Saint Michel while I save money because my daughter's leaving for college. My oldest is going down to UT Austin. So that's my biggest production to date. Yeah, hook 'em horns. Oh, and thank you so much for having me. And congratulations, Randy.
Thank you for joining us from there. So Michael.
Yes, well, again, thank you for having me. I love the script. I thought it was a really solid piece of work. My name is Michael Crowley. I'm a Montana transplant. I'm a Seattle-based actor. I've lived in the area for about 30 years, currently freelance. In terms of projects, I just finished up a 48-hour film that's going to be screened at the 48-Hour Film Festival August 6th at the Burien Drive-In. I've got a couple of projects in post-production, one a commercial parody, another a pilot for a web series that I can't go into too much more detail about. Recent short films beyond those. I've worked with Andrea Hayes of Cascadia Dread, and we put together a film for the Sidereel Film Festival, Pandemic Purgatory, that ended up winning both the best overall film, but the best original writing as well. And beyond, if you'd like to know any more about what I do, how I do it, or what I've been up to in the past or might be up to in the future, you can find me on my dedicated website, thecrowlspace.com, THECROWL space.com.
Thank you, Michael. And a little of my own promotion here. Don't tend to do that too often, so I'm going to. Michael is also going to act in a short for me as well.
Exactly right. Yes, directed by Andrea Hayes of Cascadia Dread. I can't wait to get started on that.
Looking forward to it. Okay, next is Michelle.
I'm loving this sunset light that's making me look a little otherworldly. I loved the script, Randy. I loved all these different people that you really fleshed out. Everyone who was on the page had a reason for being there, and you could really tap into that. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm Michelle Lynn Conklin, and actor, stage, and screen. Just had my first audio book out on Audible. It's called One Good Man. It's a romance, and there's some fun, sexy parts in it that I just loved reading. So this might be a new career line for me. If you want to know what the rest of my life is up to and what I do on stage, screen, voiceover, and just being in the world, my full name, as it's printed here, MichelleLynnConklin.com, is my website, and that houses all of my social media.
Fantastic. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Next, we've got Morgan.
Hey, Randy, nice job. I remember seeing some of your scenes earlier in the Wednesday group. like someone else said, the characters are well fleshed out. It's very engaging. It's obviously character driven. You've injected what I would call much needed life into like your murder mystery cop type drama. I think this would be a very good quality film, either feature, theatrical, or even TV. But injecting some fresh energy into that whole medium, that channel, like on television. Good work, good work. So I'm Morgan Blackburn. I'm actually an actor in Canada, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, represented by the Muse Agency. Currently, right now, I have my third feature film on Tubi, the free streaming service, available in the States as well. Most of you are from further south than me, and or west. And it's called Reliving Marilyn. It's a film about Marilyn Monroe. And if you've never used Tubi before, it's free. There are some ads, but they're short. And yeah, you want to see any more of my work, you can just type in my name on YouTube, see a few clips. And I'm also on Instagram, actor Morgan Blackburn. Thanks.
All right, thank you. And our last actor today, not least at all, is Richard.
I'm Richard Sater. Thanks for letting me be part of this, Randy. I enjoyed it. I'm occasionally a voice actor. I'm primarily a writer. Published one novel. I've been trying to break into screenwriting. I just started a program for military veterans that's sponsored by the UCLA Film School and the Writers Guild of America. It's a year-long program it's a competitive program where we work with mentors in the film industry to get more veterans involved in screenwriting. That just kicked off this past weekend, and I'm really excited about working with them for the next year.
All right, thank you, Richard. And now let's go ahead and get back to Randy and try and find out what his reaction was to the read.
What is that thing that woman on Saturday Night Live does? I'm verklempt, right? It's just amazing what you do for. It's like it came to life in ways that I couldn't even imagine in some fashions. It's just it was a gift, and I appreciate the work that you did and the effort you put into it. You knocked it out of the park. I mean, it didn't matter what size the role was, you just put it out of the park, and it was wonderful. And it's like, I can thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Kristen, for organizing it, you and Sky organizing it. And thanks to the Guild for hosting this kind of thing. I think, Jeff Miller, when he restarted the Screenwriters Guild a few years ago, he made a comment. He said one of the things that he wanted to do was to begin to get the word out into the world that there was a group of writers here in the Northwest that was worth paying attention to. And the Guild has done a lot to make that happen. And I mean, there are two of the good writers in the Guild are right here, Dale and Richard. So thank you so much. Thank you for the read. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I don't know what else to say.
Well, okay, great. Thank you, Randy. And thank you again to all the actors and to everybody else for being here. You're welcome to stick around for a little while if you want to chat, meet the actors, any of them that want to stay around, talk to Randy, talk to other writers. We can all stay here and network. I will stop the recording, so so we won't be recording your conversations from here on out.
We can get off the cuff, as it were.
Yeah.